Now, ladies and gentlemen, Counter-Strike Global Offensive's next operation, most likely at the end of 2022, going into 2023. And for an exact date, we don't really know at this point in time. But what we do know is that operation is, of course, going to include skins in the operation collections and, of course, the case itself. And in today's video, we're going to be breaking down the most likely skins that I think personally and would like to see get added for those collections and the main core case. The past couple of videos I've done on this, you guys have seemed to really enjoy, and I love making them myself because I like checking out so many skins. And with there being so many skins, there's so many different options. And us being right, well, we're not really sure. There's just so many good submissions every single year, and very unique ones as well, so that we do have a decent chance here and there, if you guys, of course, vote on them yourself. And something I'd like you guys to do, if you guys like these personally, make sure you go to the creator on Steam, like their skin. That lets Valve know that you really enjoy it and we could possibly see it. Now, if you guys are new to the channel and like content like this and weekly CSGO content, make sure to hit that like button and, of course, subscribe. And here's a quick word from our video sponsor, SkinsMonkey. Now, today's video sponsor is, of course, SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is currently the easiest and also fastest way you can buy, but most importantly, trade your CSGO skins. All you have to do is make sure you have your trade link, and on your first trade, if you have a leftover balance, it goes towards your current balance that can be used the next time you end up trading skins. It has 3 ways you can inspect, but most importantly has a very in-depth inspect feature that you can see corners on a karambit, for an example, that you can't really see otherwise unless you have the item in-game. If you end up topping up your balance, make sure to use promo code MANDO to get up to a 35% deposit bonus and a free $5 on the first trade. So thank you guys for the recent support on these videos recently, on the workshop submissions. Now, these are handpicked by me. I'm not going in order, and how I found them was pretty much just searching for individual weapons, and these I really enjoyed and actually could see them in the next operation. They're a little different, they're a little unique, and they're not really something I've seen in the past, and these are for a bunch of weapons combined. And for skins, we don't really receive many for certain guns, like the P2000. I can't remember the last good P2000 skin we received in CS in a long time. Sure, it's not used enough and used a lot, but people still use it, like myself, every once in a while and would like some new skins for it. So that leads us into their first one, and that, of course, is the USPS 50/50. If you guys remember this from the last video, well, it was for the Glock exactly, and this looks, I think, hella baller, okay? I'd like to see this personally. I think it could be maybe a blue, purple. I don't feel like it's a blue. Could go into the purple rarity, but I think it's a good skin overall. I do really enjoy it. I think it has some detail. It's like blue and red at the exact same time. It's very unique, and this is the reason I picked it for the Glock last time, is because it's different. We don't really see a whole lot of stuff like this in the game, where if you use the inspect feature, for most people that's F, you flip it over, and of course it's red on this side, then blue on the main play side, which is pretty cool. For me, I'm going to have to 100% say yes to this. I really enjoy it. I just think it's a really cool skin, and it's kind of a collection this guy's been going for recently on the Glock, the P250, and of course the USPS, but he also has other options as well, which I think do have a decent opportunity to get picked in the next operation. Let me know what you guys think, and make sure you leave a like if you guys enjoy any of these, specifically for the creator or myself. So yes to that one. And the next one up is, of course, the Op Vampire. Now, this is something that's very interesting. I'm not sure if this would be a part of the case or the operation itself. I feel like it would have to be a part of the case because the operation would have to have a theme, okay? So this, of course, is a vampire. I think it's really different. I think it's unique. I feel like this should have been in something like Dreams and Nightmares. So it's kind of sad that it's not, but it's, you know, just how it is. And this is a pretty cool op skin. I don't really see this being an Operation Red. I just don't. It's more of a case skin for me. And well, what I mean by that is just, it doesn't really feel like it's that detailed enough to be a red, but maybe a purple, which I feel like that's even going high. It's really weird. This is between my personal opinion, a pink and a red at this point. Let me know what you guys think about this one down below. I thought it was interesting and something we don't really see too much in CS. And once again, I wish this was added during Dreams and Nightmares, sadly. So for that, I'm going to say yes. I'm on the fence of saying maybe come back later. Of course, the next one up is the Tech9 Debris. So this is pretty interesting in my personal opinion. I know we've had Tech9s in the past, and there's like the nuclear threat, I'm pretty sure. And then there's the bamboo, which obviously that's green as well. But this, I think on an AK or something else besides the Tech9 itself would be really cool, but for the Tech9 I could see getting added to the game, and I feel like more people are using the Tech9 throughout when they play, which is awesome. And this is really detailed. It's a really detailed Glock. It kind of reminds me with this part right here with the X's and the black part right here, the black line going through the green, a little bit of the print stream. I don't know why, it just kind of gives me that vibe. I like the default look on the top, and then some things are green with detail right there. But let me know what you guys think of this one. I personally am going to have to say yes. Now, the next one up is, of course, for the Glock. I don't know. We're just going to call it Umbara, okay? That's what we're going to call it. I don't know how to pronounce things anymore. I think it looks pretty nice. I think it's really, really cool in a way that it looks like the slate on the AK, on the snakebite case, for an example. This is what a Glock 19 would look like in real life, and I think that's what people maybe would want in CS. I think people like me, for an example, would love to pick this up, even if it's a purple or maybe even a blue, but I feel like that's not really a blue. It's more of a purple. Maybe even going for a pink, but that would be weird to put it as a pink because there's just not that much detail there. It's really plain, it's basic, and it's cool for people like me who'd want to make a lot of sticker crafts with it, and I just love skins like this personally. Let me know what you guys think of this one. I'm definitely going to have to say yes to this as well. Now, our next one up is handpicked for myself, for you anime weebs, okay? And I'm kidding. I've watched a few anime shows here and there, but it's called the Kiss Love Night. I think it's pretty unique. It's pretty cool. We haven't really received anything like this in CS. I think we've received the Oni, the Taji, I'm pretty sure, in the Hydra case, which is pretty cool, but it's just so expensive. And this kind of reminds me a little bit of the Neo-Noir and pulling its own thing into it. And that's where I think this thing really stands out. I'm not a huge anime fan, but I would personally maybe even buy this if I was going for a blue and purple themed inventory. Definitely go for it. And I like the black scope. Could that leave possibilities for a white scope, similar to how we saw with the Desert Hydra and Operation Riptide? Possibly. So if you get a battle scarred or really low or high float, the scope and part of the weapon can change color rather than actually change the wear itself. But let me know what you guys think of this one down below. I'm about to 100% say yes. I would like some diversity and, you know, have some anime skins here, have some there, but not the entire case. If that's your vibe, then cool. If it's not, then, well, that's just me. Our next one up here, it might be more of people's favorites for the op. We're going to call this the Op Ryan because I don't know how to pronounce this either. But this, of course, is a very detailed op. I really enjoy it. It has a lot of detail on the scope, the actual weapon itself. You can see little wear parts on the scope around the red, the black, and of course this little, you know, scribble right there, okay? And I like this in the fact that it kind of reminds me of the Dragon lore, reminds me of the Medusa, but also reminds me of something that's just really basic and plain. And I think for me personally, depending on what the operation theme is, and if we're going to have multiple versions of that, for an example, this could possibly be the Operation Red. I feel like a lot of people would be disappointed if that was the case, but maybe this could be the red in the case, for an example, rather than the Operation, because I feel like an Operation Red really has to stand out a lot more than something like this, but that's just me personally. I just feel like this would be more of a case red, but this would definitely be one of my favorite ops in Counter-Strike. And in-game, I think this thing just looks really, really good. After looking at it in-game, I don't know if it would be a red, maybe a pink. That'd be maybe even pushing it too. I think it looks really detailed, and if it was a pink or a purple, it would definitely be the best budget op that CS has seen in a very, very long time. Let me know what you guys think of this one. Definitely have to leave it down below. I really, really enjoy it. Our next one up here is, of course, the AK-47 Zone 76. So the reason I picked this one is because I don't feel like we receive enough blue weapons, specifically blue AKs though. The last one we had anyway, was of course the Ice Cold, which wasn't all blue. The all full blue one we last had was the Vulcan, in my personal opinion, that was actually good anyway. And this, I think, takes aspects of different things. Like, I think this kind of reminds me a little bit of the Bloodsport, the texture anyway, not the actual skin itself, but you can see on the magazine, kind of reminds me of the Bloodsport a little bit with what they're doing, but it looks really, really good. It looks clean. It looks like a solid weapon, and I'm not sure what this is up here, if it's a, like, you know, counter of your bullets, but you know, it just looks cool. I enjoy this. It looks really unique. It looks futuristic. And for a skin like this specifically, to have these little, you know, circles right here that looks like it's a vent for the gun, or the barrel anyway, for right there, that takes a lot of work, and it's very hard because on the Source 1 engine, which we're currently on right now, it's very limited on how much you can make skins. And I've talked about this in the past with certain ones like this op from the last video, where it's very difficult to make because it's all lighting. There's no 3D models and whatnot you can put on weapons. It's all lighting and it's all drawing, so make it look 3D when it's really not. So technically making skins in a way right here and just for CSGO takes a little more skill than if it was in Source 2, for an example, where making skins would be more animated and whatnot, like Fortnite or Call of Duty. Let me know what you guys think down below. I definitely like this one. Let me know. I would like to see this in the game. I think this with some Cloud9 hollows from 2022 would just look hella baller. Our next one up here might be one of my favorite ones on this entire list because the P2000 does not get enough, you know, enjoyment of other people, and of course skins. There's just not a whole lot of good skins for it. I think it's the Imperial Dragon I have right now with the Copenhagen Flames 2021 craft that I love, but something new would be nice and a little refreshing to the scene. So this is the Discotheque. Pretty much I had it on the Deagle, or we had it on the Mac 10. I had it on a Deagle once for another video, but this just looks so clean. I'd love to see this personally. I don't know what I'd specifically craft on here. I feel like this would be more of like a random craft from like 2021 and 2022 majors, where you have like the Mouse, the VP, the Cloud9 to mix it up, have different colors kind of go in with the colors and lighting up the gun. But I'm not sure. It looks so nice and enjoying to watch. You know, just this skin in general. Obviously, it has the fade. fade effect anyway. And let me know what you guys think about this one. I really enjoy it. I'm kind of overwhelmed by this one. Our next one might be some people's favorites. They like the basic aesthetic of a weapon, for an example, and for me personally, it kind of reminds me of the Atomic Alloy, and I don't really know any other M4 that kind of looks like this, but kind of the Atomic Alloy, where it has the orange right here, and the orange part that's the same color from the Atomic Alloy put on this. I think it looks clean. I think this could be a purple, for an example, in a case. People would be satisfied. This would be a good budget pickup for some people if you wanted to pick up a skin at that time. Let me know what you guys think of this one down below. I personally really, really like it. Now, besides the Discotheque, this next up here is the M4A1S Fusion Purple Plasma. This, I'm probably going to use this as a thumbnail in the video because it looks so sexy. But I haven't looked at a skin in a long time where I've actually enjoyed it this much. Like, this looks genuinely insane. I wouldn't be able to believe that this wasn't a part of the operation in one way or another. Whenever you fire a bullet, it lights up, which is just crazy to me that it does. I didn't even know this looking at it when I picked it out, but this is genuinely really, really cool. I think this is one of the cooler skins we've seen in CS. Now, will it get added? I'm not sure. I think it'd be Valve's stupid decision not to. I think it is so cool what this guy has done with this weapon skin specifically. And he says in the comment section here, the variant of this M4A1S has powered the fusion technology to increase damage and accuracy. Okay, that's pretty much just how the lighting works, I guess. Small inspiration from Titanfall, Halo, and whatnot. That's really interesting. And this in-game just looks crazy. I would love to see this in game. Let me know what you guys think of this one down below. I'm 100% saying yes to this. This was made by Kai. Make sure if you go like this skin specifically, go check it out and check out his work specifically. Now, our next skin up here and our last one up specifically is called the Black Misa, or I don't know. I think it's that. I'm not sure. But I'm probably also going to use this in the thumbnail because it looks so good. And I don't know what it is, if it's the aesthetic of it lighting up and making you think it lights up when you shoot it, or just having that in the gun. It kind of reminds me of the Op Phobos a little bit. Kind of looks like Boba Fett. But this, I think it just looks so clean. It looks so solid of a skin in game. I'm not sure what rarity this would be. It'd be weird to have a red as a P250, but you never really know. This would probably be a purple if I had to guess, and it just looks really detailed. And this would be a skin I think a lot of people would want to pick up, and I would specifically for the P250 because of how detailed it looks, but also how basic it looks at the same time. That's what I really enjoy in CSGO. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed all these submissions, make sure you go check out the creators. I'm sure they would appreciate it, but most importantly, I think the community would. If you enjoy this type of content and enjoy this video, make sure Valve sees this and gets these added to the game. I think that'd be the most important aspect of this video and the big takeaway anyway. And that pretty much sums it up. Hopefully you guys have a great day. Stay positive, stay sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.